Okay. So let me go. Trying to see if it's on our TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know how to add mine on there. I don't know how to. You can only do 2 people.
A little process you got to do.
It's like a whole thing. Yeah. Do you see it on yours, Jordan?
No.
I don't see it on here either. But we got 6 people in here, though. Oh, we got 2 additional people.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. We're about to get on. Appreciate y'all for joining.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the TikTok again, and then
Yeah,
but you
do the
guys can
TikTok
keep.
one more time. We got 8 people in here. What's the deal, guys? Appreciate y'all joining in. We're gonna let a few more people lock in, and then we're gonna start. Make sure you guys follow up too, man. Make sure y'all follow up on the channel, dog. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody y'all joining us in right now. We're gonna get started in just a little bit.
Right.
The slow motion was OD.
Hey, baby, all I need is a little bit. You want me to start rapping a little bit?
No.
Hey,
actually, you could be a solid rapper. I can't even lie.
You such a good sister. Gassing him up. No, he can't.
Man, you don't like it?
Hey, Ray, you see how she just tried to do that?
Norris,
she
you
did.
don't like.
I
you know
love
what
the
you can do,
support. I
Norris?
love it. I'm here for all the love and support.
I swear,
Hey,
I swear, Norris.
Jet 2 Holiday out of here, bro. If you want to go on a
Jay,
Jet 2 Holiday, get out of here.
I swear, Jordan be writing his little stuff down though before he does his little playback.
Man, you would think.
And
I can't do it, bro.
He don't do that.
No,
Ray,
he doesn't.
Ray, you just saw it live when we did your highlights.
No,
I didn't even know that was coming on. Yo,
that's true.
yo. I said, Ray, get to the cheese like
It's
a Big
actually
Mac.
sick.
Hey, yo, facts. Yo, facts.
I don't know how he does it. Like
Hey,
I
man.
tried, but it's too hard. It's way too
Don't
hard.
write down, bro. We like Jay-Z in here, dog. We don't need to write the lyrics down.
Jay-Z doesn't write his stuff down?
That's what I'm saying. I said we're like Jay-Z.
No, I said he doesn't write it down?
No, you just go in the booth and say it. It's the best way, to be honest.
Lil Wayne does that too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's too hard, cadence-wise, to like do it. And we lost 2.
Dang, Jordan's okay.
3 visitors in the building. Appreciate y'all. We about to pull back up. We just connecting to the TikTok right now so we can get on.
All right, I think I got our TikTok going. Let's see, hopefully.
I wish I can get the link. How can I get the link so I can put it out there?
Yeah. I put it in the story or no?
I'm trying to get our TikTok on, but the TikTok one is tripping. So I did it 3 times.
Every night, every day.
I tried it again, Jay. It's not working for me. So maybe we gotta just rough this one out on playback.
Did you?
And then I could
YouTube.
Yeah, I have it to the YouTube and to Twitch.
Did you look on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm gonna look on the. You can look on YouTube, and I'm looking on our Twitch.
Oh, we are live on YouTube.
Okay, cool. So we might have to just go through there for a second, and then fix the. I'll talk to them about our what's it called.
Yeah, you could just talk to him about it. We just go through it.
Yeah. Who's that? Is that Norris? Norris about to have us flagged on YouTube, dog.
Yeah, facts. This dude playing copywritten music, bro. Norris, you should already know, bro.
Hey, man.
Somebody sing me a song.
Oh, you good, Ash?
Yeah, we could just start for right now. Then I'm gonna ask them about certain things when we get off.
All right. Welcome to our very first live show in the morning. You know what time it is? It's time to
Get up!
It's time to get up.
Let's go!
It's time to get up. It's time to wake up. We are live. Very first live show. Very much appreciated for all the people that are listening. All the continued listeners too that are going to continue to take this journey with us. We really appreciate y'all. But enough about that. Let's get into our co-host. We got Ray McCollum, aka Ray Mack, professional NBA player, also plays overseas professionally, and man, bucket getter himself. Appreciate you, Ray. Now we're gonna go to Norris Cole, two-time
The champ
NBA
is here.
champion. Norris Cole played on the Cleveland Cavaliers, also
Cat.
played on the New
That's
Orleans
a cat.
Pelicans,
I played
also
for the
played on
Miami Heat.
OKC. Huh?
No Cavalier. Cleveland State. That's cat. Don't you be playing like that.
Thanks. Cleveland State and the Miami Heat. And then we got Ashton Good and Miss G over there. She got the G, little teacup
GG's in the
on.
chat.
No coffee. Appreciate all you guys for joining us, but we're going to get right into it. Ashton, start us off with our first topic.
You already know what time it is, chat. We got to talk about James Harden. He's been frying lately. So we're gonna go right on to that. Let's bring up the stats real quick for you guys. 1 second.
55 piece.
55 piece.
AJ.
Hey,
Setting records in year 16. That's
All right,
correct.
so James Harden's currently averaging 27.8 points, 5.8 rebounds, 8.4 assists, and 1 steal. The boy is low-key baking up. Last year, he averaged 21 points. The year before that, he averaged 16 points. You know, the whole topic of conversation has always been is like, are we going to get that old James Harden back? Well, it looks like we got that old James Harden back.
We got that old thing back.
Hey, it looked like we got him back. What are y'all feeling about James Harden too right now?
He a cookbook. He on fire. That lefty step back, he still got it. He still got the first step to create the space. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of questioning if he still had that burst too. I ain't know if he still had the separation, to get his shot off and to get past people, but he proved me wrong, and I'm happy to see it because he is a superstar in this league, and sometimes, we forget how dominant of a player he was. Like the things that Luka and stuff are doing now, James was doing that 5-6 years ago for several years straight, and it's just good to see the longevity piece that he's had. We talk a lot about KD, Steph, Bron, playing a long time, but sometimes we forget to mention he in year like 16 too, and still getting down.
Basketball is life.
That's what he said.
Look at him.
Another thing you got to look at too is just situational opportunity. It's like the role he's got right now kind of makes me think of when he was back in Houston. Obviously, Kawhi being injured, Bradley Beal being out as well. Like it's like his show. It's his team again. He doesn't have to take a back seat. He doesn't have to play alongside anybody right now. He can just go out there and do what he do every night.
Yeah, he does.
We ain't seen a 55 since.
Bro, double nickel is crazy.
Double nickel's crazy, but what's crazier? The fact that he had 55 or that was the all-time leading scorer in LA Clippers history.
Both.
I had to fact check that 5 times. I'm like, nobody's ever scored 55 points for the Clippers ever. I could have thought somebody hit that mark, bro, to be honest with you. I was low-key shocked, to be honest.
The type of franchise they've been. That's just all that tell you.
You see, you got to throw some shade, bro. Hey, look, you guys got to chill out, bro. We cover the Clippers right now, man. We praying for health right now.
Quite literally.
Man, Kawhi came back. Please, Kawhi, let's get a full season, my boy. And yeah, man, it's kind of crazy, but like going off of the playoffs, how the last performance went, in that last game. A lot of people felt like, they wanted to see him go out more so with the sword in his hands. I forgot how much points he had in that game, but what do you think ended up happening from that game up until now? You think he saw the critics and is like, I'm trying to turn up, or you think it's more off of the injury circumstance right now?
I think he's just playing his game, just playing ball out there. Obviously, as a superstar, of course, you know what the critics are saying about you. I mean, you do media every day as a superstar, so you know what the theory is, what they're talking about, the storylines. But I think he's just out there playing, and with the opportunity, like Ray said, Kawhi not out there. You know, Bill's not out there. So if he don't get it, ain't nobody gonna get it. And so he's just showing, that he's been in great shape. He's showing he's been an ultimate professional, always staying prepared for the moment, and he's showing out.
Well, I'm gonna always go from the hater mark because we got to answer for the haters too as well because you already know what usually happens and being in that room all the time, hearing how people talk. Hey, so we'll be in the room. I'm gonna give you an example. We'll be in the room. Hey, man, James Harden, he be cooking. You already know what the hater got to say.
Playoff.
Man, yeah, he cooking, but that's just the regular season. I need to see that during the season. So what do y'all have for that in the playoffs more so? Are we still looking at what he's doing right now, paying homage to what he's doing? Or do we really got to focus on the playoff situation too? I mean, he's baked in the playoffs before, but more people are talking about him in the playoffs with Philly all the way up until now.
I mean, I'm going to let Norris dive deep more into the playoffs. Yeah, he got 2 championships, but I would say just you can't hate on what we're seeing right now, right? Like we were saying the other day, like the league is a what have you done for me lately league. And what he's doing right now, if you want to take away from the numbers, the 55 and saying it's just regular season, then what are we really talking about? I understand the playoffs and all that, but I mean, what James has done over his career, he has shaped the game of basketball. He's changed it in a way. He's brought out moves that we've never seen before. He's done this thing with the step back to the tray ball. He's a future Hall of Fame player, iconic player. And I think that just comes with it. When you're that good, people just gonna have something to say. They're just gonna find a narrative of what they don't like. Obviously, like I said, I'll let Norris get to the playoffs aspect, but I mean, he's also shown up in the playoffs. You want to talk about the last couple of years. I think health goes into that as well, a long season. And, it just kind of comes down to in the playoffs, it's not always just about you. It's about your teammates too and how they can bring you up. But that's my point on that.
Yeah, I would say we have to appreciate what's going on right now because you got to get to the playoffs. You can't just skip the regular season and get to the playoffs.
Right.
We can't like poo-poo the regular season. Like it matters. Like if it didn't matter, we would just go straight to postseason play. So the regular season does matter. However, the postseason is what separates the tier of players. And so, yeah, has he not been great in a lot of playoff series? Sure. But that don't mean you can take away from his records that he's had. You can't take away from his legendary, iconic moves that he's helped transform the game today with remember you said the step back, but remember he had the Euro.
Yeah, the James.
He had the Euro, and then he had the rake through for the foul, and then he came with the step back, triple step back. So like he done came and had three different era changing moves. And so we can't just like say, well, forget all that and just look at the negative that he did in the playoffs. We can't do that as true basketball aficionados on our platform. We can't do that. So we got to appreciate what he's doing. Now, if it gets to the playoffs and he don't do what he's supposed to do, we got to talk about it. But for now, we got to appreciate the greatness we're seeing. And what he is doing is great. Make no mistake about it.
Why do you think people are so comfortable with taking that away, especially from James?
Because he has 7 points. If you're in the playoffs, if you're going off the hate, I mean, that's what they're going to attack. You already know it's like being in a barbershop. You got to be prepared for what's going to happen when you bring up a player and they're not going to agree with it. I mean,
but it's not all hate, though. Some of it is true. I mean, he did show up or lack thereof in playoff moments. And for a superstar, you take the good with the good, you get the praise, but you also got to take the bad with the bad. But James got caught in an era where LeBron and Steph and KD was putting it down at a high level.
Yeah.
And then he was like kind of trying to get in that tier. And then some of those bad playoff moments kind of happen. So it's not always fair.
And it's tough because he had 13 assists and they're blitzing him on every possession. So I can see from his point of view, like I'm making the right play. And a lot of times players deal with that. When you make the right play, a lot of times people don't want to see the right play. They want to see like, bro, I'd rather you die on your sword and get buckets rather than, you're making the right play and making the basketball play. Because you've seen that with Bron too. Like, Bron in the playoffs make the right play. They like, I don't care about that. You got to get the dub. And you got to go out with the sword.
The right play is to make the play to win the game. I don't do all that right play, pass it to the open. The job is to win the game.
Yo.
The job is to win the game. If you got to shoot over 2 people, that's why you get paid double and triple what everybody else get paid sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. And if that's in your game to do it, do it. Now, if it's not in your game, and your game is, you're not comfortable doing it with some superstars or not, then hey, but dude, I don't give the cop out excuse. Oh, he made the right play. Like,
you got to get a bucket.
Yeah, get the bucket. Like, because every superstar deals with double team, triple team. That's why you work on your game to be well-rounded for those moments. And so I don't do the cop-out stuff, Jay. I mean, I just don't do that. If a guy have a good game, no, he has a good game. But if he has a bad game, let's not just unappreciate the good times. That's all I'm saying. And he's caught in a tough era. He's caught in the LeBron, Steph, and KD era. Like, so it's hard to people to see past his failures when those guys was elevating their games. Like, he was losing. He lost to LeBron in OKC with, KD and Russ. He lost to us. And then he lost to Steph and them in the Western Conference Finals, even though there was injuries, but he came up short in the last game. They missed like 20 consecutive threes. He lost in the Clippers last year, even though they was banged up, but he didn't have a stellar performance in Philadelphia when he left. Joel Embiid battling injuries, everything, but it looked like, he wasn't like as interested in those playoff games. So he's had his great moments, but he's had those moments where he came up short. But we still got to appreciate when he does something special. We can't be like, oh, well, forget that because he.
Right. I agree with that.
That's hating. That's the part that's hating.
Bro, that's how all our sports are now. Everybody want to hate. That's why I always talk about the hate, because we got to make the counters for that, because every time we write something be positive, you're going to hear the negative. That's what always happens.
Yeah. Well, you got to put yourself in a position, though, to get to the playoffs. That's what I say to the haters. Like, listen, we're not in the playoffs yet. He's putting himself in a position so he can get there. And he's doing it in fantastic fashion with the double nickel. Straight up.
He's going to drop the A. Hey, hold on. It's coming home for the 99 and 2000. Actually, go ahead and bring us to Storm and Norman. What's up? What we got next?
Hey, yo, you're guts for that, bro. First off, we're going to talk about Storm and Norman, our former Clipper, which I wish he stayed with the franchise, but that's neither here nor there. Miami Heat is 4th in the East right now. Norman Powell is averaging 25 points. Let's talk about it.
Heat Nation, baby.
Time out. It's more than just 45 points, Ashton. It's more than just 45 points. 25.
Season?
Hold on. He's averaging 25.4 points. He's shooting 50 from the field. And he's shooting 46 from 3. Oh, my God. What did I miss? Hey, hold on. I know they're saying that in L.A. What did I miss? Because I say it all the time. What did I miss?
But you got to explain, Jordan, why this is so big and why the Clippers possibly didn't, with the extension and everything like that, or bring him back. Like how you did with me.
Currently, right now, Norman Powell is due for a contract extension. I think, most importantly, what the Clippers were doing was more so trying to save up. They're trying to save up for that 2027 year. You had to repay James Harden too as well recently. I don't know what that is. You have to repay James Harden. You have Kawhi Leonard on the books too as well. And, as the contract extension's coming up, Norman's been very outspoken on, I want that contract extension. I think I deserve it. Yeah. Averaged 23 points at one point with the Clippers last year. I think ended up ending the season average like 21. And then, ultimately the Clippers ended up sending him to Miami in a trade. And they ended up getting Bradley Beal, on what we call a taxpayers mid-level, where he was getting like $5.3 million for Norman. I mean, so, Norman was getting 19 compared to Bradley Beal's 5.3. Ended up saving them some money. They ended up getting Brook Lopez. They ended up getting John Collins as well. So that was kind of the thought process. But Norman has been making people pay, cooking up 25.4 points a game, shooting 50 from the field, 46 from 3. What is y'all thoughts on the X-Men, Mr. Storm in Norman?
Bro, I was in the house last night in Philly at the game. Saw it for my own 2 eyes. He's on fire, bro. like the hot boys. You hear me? On
Like the
fire.
hot
The block
boys.
is hot.
Hey,
The block
the
is hot.
block is hot, bro. He
Oh man.
he does not miss. He's so locked in. And the thing is, Spo don't even be like trying to play him like max minutes. They have like a minute. You can tell that they want him to play a certain amount of minutes everybody early in the season, and he just maximizes that. Like he's so efficient with it, bro. He's gonna get a 9-figure deal if he keeps this up, bro.
Yeah.
He gonna get a 9-figure, bro.
Yeah.
Forget the 8-figure. He was up for an 8-figure. He gonna get a 9-figure if he keep this up, and he gonna be
9-figure
an
boy.
all-star in the East. He might fool around and be an all-star. He keep this up in the East.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what this new structure they got. This new dumb all-star. We talk about that later, but he should be an all-star in the East. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, two things. I know the Clippers got to be sick to see this happen because he was playing like this almost to this level last year. They were talking about him possibly being an all-star. And then for me, it's just like how he's able to adapt to a whole new team, a whole new system. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, when you go to a different team, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to kind of fill out your role, find some time, like how to see how you can fit in. Like, he is getting straight to it, wasting no time, picking up right off where he left off last year. He's kind of turning it into a thing like, yo, this is my show. This is my opportunity. And but he showed this last year when guys was injured, and now it's like he's getting a team that's like supporting him. And he feels the love, and he's going out there and like Norris said, he might fool around and be an all-star in the East for sure.
And Tyler Hero's injury helps him so where he don't have to share touches right now. So he really could come right in and like take that role right in. You know, when Tyler come back, he might get 3 or 4 less shots, but the efficiency can still be there where he can still average. If you can average 20 with Kawhi and James Harden, and you can average 20 with Hero coming back, still be efficient with it. So I like his game.
How many figures did you say?
He's a 9-figure, bro. If he keep this up,
you're expensive, you know that.
Very expensive, my boy. Oh my God! Nobody said that. I'm saying, oh my God!
He's
Oh my God,
bro. He's averaging over a dub. He's averaging over a dub on 50-40 splits, bro. Like this is not like minimum. This is like volume targets.
Winning, and
they winning.
Thanks. I'm glad you spoke on Tyler Hero because you actually went to my topic. Tyler Hero actually returns tonight. They're on a back-to-back. How do you feel like that situation is going to be from a team point of view? You have Khalil Ware who's averaging a double-double. You also have, I know Wiggins has been hurt for the last 2 games. He's been playing well. You got Bam. How do you think that's going to change a little bit of the lineup? Norman's averaging 25 points. He's baking up 50, also shooting 46 from the 3. I know Tyler had a little bit of experience last year playing the point. How do you feel like that's going to change this dynamic for the team?
I'm interested to see because Tyler has to play his game in order for him to be him. So I'm interested to see how they're going to fit in. But Norm is the ultimate pro, and he's been around the league for a long time. So he's so efficient right now. If you give him 12 shots, he's going to make 10 of them the way he's shooting the ball right now, 9 at the worst. So I think it's going to take some time, a little bit, because Tyler's going to, he might struggle right away. So and he might not play all the minutes he's normally going to play coming off of the injury. I'm not sure what his fitness level is going to be like. So I think Norman for the first few games is going to still be normal. But when Tyler gets his swing, it's definitely just by default going to be a little bit less shots for Norman because Tyler he's a high volume type of player. He has to have the ball to be himself.
Yeah. And I think like when the guy who's been in rhythm, been hooping, playing like Norman, like he going to keep having his flow. Even when Norris saying he might have 3 shots or less, but he's still going to go 9 for 12 or 10 for 12. Like the guy coming back from injury, they kind of got to find their rhythm. They got to find their flow, even though they were the guy on the team before. And it will all gel together. But I do think Norm will keep trending upwards. And then I think once Tyler starts after a couple games finding his rhythm again, I think they'll figure out a balance. And it's going to make the Heat go from maybe the 4 seed to move up even more.
Yep. Before we get on to the next, I already know what Norman's saying. Shout out to the Brody Norm. I know Norman like, I ain't taking the back seat for nobody. Hey, yo, we ain't waiting on nobody, bro. Hey, one thing about Norman, if the shot's there, that boy gonna shoot it, bro, for sure. So I already know like his mindset, especially on the contract year. And last thing for y'all playing around this league in the NBA. How do players act when it is contract money time?
Hey, dog, you might have some guys that's banged up, hurt all the time, but as soon as his contract year, Cass is healthy, Cass is ready to go. Cass not missing no game. Cass ain't on no low management. Cass is hella aggressive. Like, well, it's something about that money here. Cass get different. They get to acting real different.
Especially the money that they get now. No, they thug it out for sure.
Bro, they getting 9 figures now.
Got to.
Role players is getting 50 and 60 now, bro.
That's nuts.
Whoo!
You gonna thug it out for that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Spo, you know how it's gonna work though? I told you, Spo don't play him crazy minutes right now. So during those minutes when he's out the game, those would be the time where Tyler can really lock in and get his volume shots up. And then, when it's back to winning time, they both will figure it out. So I think Spo, as a great coach, the coach that he is, I mean, if you can balance Bron and D Wade, you talking about two guys that both averaged 28 a game at one point in their career. We made that work. So, I mean, I'm sure Spo can make Norman Powell and Tyler Herro.
Yeah. Right. Jay, I got a quick question for you, though, bro, because we was talking about earlier, you talking about James in the playoffs. And now we talking about Norm, and he's killing in the regular season. And Norris is like, yo, he's going to get a 9-figure deal. So we going off of what we seeing right now, right? But obviously, if let's just say they get to the playoffs and he's not averaging 25. Is he still going to get his 9-figure deal?
Man, it's tough, bro. That's why I asked you. I think he deserves the 9-figure deal, but, man, I just saw Josh Giddey barely get the 9. And I'm like, man, that man's 22 years old, and I'm like, I see the way GMs are. They're very stingy with money now. So when I look at age 32 to 33, it makes me wonder if he gets what he has deserved. I think he has deserved that. But it's been very tricky for me because I thought Josh Giddey deserved it. And as you see right now, he's averaging a triple-double. But I don't know. You see how the market is right now. The market is not the best for players in terms of that. More GMs is like, all right, bet. You want that money? Go find it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? We'll match it. When you find it, we'll match it because we got your rights. But it's just hard right now. So that's why when you said the 9, I'm like, I think he deserves the 9. But I don't know where the GMs is at right now in their mindset because people ain't getting paid like they should. Now you see Christian Braun on them teams. Some teams end up paying their guys. So I would hope that he's on Miami, knowing how Miami's history is. When you're our guy and you show us love, we show and reciprocate that back. So I would hope that's the situation because I think he deserves it.
I think it depends how he looks in the playoffs. I mean, if it looks like bad, like if he go from averaging 20, 25 to like 12, then, you probably won't get the 9-figure deal just off the optics of it. If you get swept and, like I said, his PPG drop 8 to 10 points, no, he won't get it. But if it stays anywhere relatively close or he takes it up a notch in the playoffs, he got to get it. It's only right. He got to get it.
Yeah.
And the money is there to get because Bam is already under contract. Tyler's already under contract. So the money is there to get.
Yeah, they can afford it for sure.
Ash, we're going to say the G League to college for when we get the TikTok audience. Don't put that up yet. We'll talk about that when we get the
You
full
said you want it
stuff.
to be spicy.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get real spicy for sure in there. Go ahead.
Oh, man. So we're going to go on to Vooch the vet, man. So we're going to start that. And how important vets are to the game. So the Washington Wizards, Chicago Bulls won to the Washington Wizards by 1 point. Vooch hit the game winner. But did you guys see the post-game interview?
Yeah.
You're gonna show us?
Let me show.
Play that for him. Yeah,
hold on. I got you guys.
First of all, do you got the shot too? Because after the shot, he was
ecstatic. He was ecstatic after the shot. So the whole premise was Vooch hit the game winner. Everybody's hyped. Everyone's ecstatic, right? But then we get to the post game, and I think Vooch realized, like, hey, yo, we won against the Wizards by 1 point. So here we go.
You guys saved your best for last. What changed in that fourth quarter?
We finally started playing. For 3 quarters, whatever, we were very soft. No resistance. Ooh, man.
My
We
time.
have no resistance.
He was about to say the word. You know the word, the Montenegrin. You already know what was coming, Norris.
just played really soft. It was really bad. And then we played a little bit in the fourth, but obviously we're happy we won, but it's we can't keep doing this. It's not.
So as you can see, my boy was not feeling
Well,
the young bulls right there. And he was basically, to me, showing that there's a time and a place and to recognize, like, look, yes, we won, but at the same time, we won by 1 point. Like
to
that
the
shouldn't be a thing to the Wizards.
to the Wizards.
To the Wizards. So
Actually, do you know how many games the Wizards have won this year?
not
They won, right?
Yeah, they won one game this year.
not a lot.
Lost 14.
No one, yeah. I'm the one, yeah.
My boy was over there trying not to scream. As
Oh,
soon as a man goes like this, and so like mid convo, like it's over with. So what are you guys' thoughts about that?
I mean, they young guys like Montas and the other young fella. They're acting like young guys act. They were happy that they won an exciting game. So it's beautiful to see that thrill for the game. But you gotta know, Vooch is a 15-year vet. He's looking at the big picture. So that's just a disconnect in the age of the players. I mean, dang, Vooch, you could have just smiled with him and then got in the locker room and said, "Hey, next time don't do that." Like Vooch was like an old man, like grumpy old man, like I ain't on that. The Wizards stink. We barely beat the Wizards. I ain't on that. But they like, man, they happy we just got to win. So it's just a disconnect in the age. But I feel Vooch. I understand the big picture, but dang, Vooch, loosen up. It's only November.
Yeah, for
My
sure.
boy run a strict program over there.
Hey, they do that though in Eastern Europe though, where he from.
He probably came back in the locker room like, "Yo, my bad, guys. I watched the film. It looked bad. I'm sorry."
Sorry.
Hey, yo, my man came back like, "Yo, but we just beat the Wizards, man. Like that's I understand that it looked bad. I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? He might came back with that, bro.
Who came there and said, "Hey, bro, don't never mess up my interview ever again."
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know, man.
Nah, Vooch ain't like,
look,
bro.
you gotta understand from the young boys. My man hit a big shot though for a game. He had 28 and 12 too in that game, dog. So I can see why the kids is like, even when he was getting mad, they're like, "What? I don't care, bro. You just hit the shot. You still keep messing with him."
Facts.
So that was kind of funny that ended up happening. The Chicago Bulls too. Let's get to the standings of where the Chicago Bulls are currently at. Because at first they started off 5-0 in the standings. Currently, right now they're in 7th. So they've went on a small little losing skid. They're 9-7. They're one game. They're tied with the Philadelphia Sixers, who are in 8th currently. But what are some things you've liked about the team? Kobe White's coming back, killing. Do you foresee this team being a playoff team and not a play-in team, what they usually are accustomed to being as a play-in team that got to play in the play-in games?
I don't know. The East is wide open. I think whoever is the healthiest team in the East is going to be the winner by default. I mean, there's nobody that's separating themselves at this moment. So you can win 3 games and be number 1 or 2. You can lose 3 games and be in the play-in. So it's hard to say. But what I will say I like the growth of Montas. Montas, he's showing growth. My little brother's out there getting buckets. He blocking shots, catching lobs. We still got to work on, some of the, some little things, some detailed things, but he's showing the growth that he has the potential to be a big time player in this league. Obviously, I know Vooch personally. We was in the same draft class. He put up some 2020 games back when he was in Orlando back in the day. But to see him still doing it at this level, and then Giddey averaging triple dub. So they have some pieces, but I think the East is so wide open. Whoever's the healthiest is going, I think, win by almost default.
Yeah. How was it playing with Montas?
Bro, he's just like what he showed. Positive energy. He worked hard, but he likes to have fun. Like he's a kid. I mean, kid making millions of dollars playing in the NBA. Like what's life is great. And so, and he's a hard worker and he's pure. Like that joy, Montas is like very, very pure. Like, so if he's happy for you, he's really, really happy for you. So he's a great kid. He's going to be great in this league. And I was happy to be able to work with him and have a relationship with him. We got the same birthday. That's why
that's cute.
I text him twin. I'd be like, "What up, twin?"
Hey, man.
He's in a great situation, though.
Wait.
situation.
Go ahead, Ray.
They're gonna let him develop. They're gonna let him grow. You know what I mean? That's what he needs. And they believe in him and they trust in him. You can tell like his confidence, how he plays. Just seeing him in the interview, look, it looks like I don't know him personally, Norris. You know him. You were teammates. It looks like he's being himself. And when you can be yourself, I think it helps you on the court. And then you got Giddy, who, like we're saying, averaging the triple double. It's like he's allowed to be himself. He's not looking over his shoulder. He's not worried about the contract. He's playing free. You got Kobe White, the up and coming rising star player too at a young age. Like, and then you got Vooch. They got vets. They got a mixture of a good team. Coach Donovan's gonna let those guys play, believe in him, and give him the trust. And I think it's gonna work well for all those guys. So I don't know about the playoffs, but going in the future, they definitely got a chance to be one of the better teams in the East for sure.
Man, I gotta Dota bomb for Lil Boozy Vert, Modest Boozellis. Some love for Lil Boozy Vert. Number one. Hey, bro, I was just about to get to that, bro. Look, when you look good, you play good, like the man Deion Sanders says, right? You know what I'm saying?
Expensive, you know that?
Bro, when I first met my toss at practice, Norris Cole let me deal with the G League experience. I went over there for a week. Norris let me stay at the spot. I saw Modest. I went back to several NBA teams. I said, do not pass up on this guy. Number one, the swag is on 10. Number two, that man was the only. Well, how many white guys was on the team? Let's just be honest.
It's not many.
It was not. It was maybe one or two.
Yeah,
it was out there practice going that Ron Island every day. Like, I don't know who you talking to, but I'm one of them guys. And then we'll have conversations, right? And I'll never forget this, Modest. And you could say if I'm lying or not. He said, Norris, John, wait until I get to the rookie and sophomore game. I'm going to show how good I really am, right?
For real, he said that?
Game, he had, I'll never forget, right block, Brandon Miller, ISO situation, gamed it for game, had 18 in that game. I said, you know what? Hey, yo, he is one of them guys, dog.
He don't lack confidence. He do not lack confidence. And let me tell you, them practices, him and Ron, you know, because Ron is one of them guys. Ron Holland get to it. They used to go at it every day and talk that talk. Like those G League Ignite guys, they did not lack confidence. Matas, he don't lack confidence. One thing you don't have to worry about is him being confident.
Yeah,
in this league, if you don't have that, you don't have nothing. And he got it. And he got the game to go with it.
And there's one thing too. There's fake toughness and real toughness. After that draft, when he got drafted 11, he was pissed.
Oh yes,
he was pissed. And usually people act like, oh, okay, I'm mad, but that ended up going on into summer league too as well. Was very upset that a lot of teams passed up on him. He went crazy in the summer league. I think he was averaging like 22, 24 points in the first couple of games. They ended up shutting him down, Drake style. Shut it down. They ended up shutting him down after a few games. And, that kind of went on to the first season too as well. Because Billy Donovan don't really rock with the rooks like that. Didn't play him a lot, in the beginning. Had him play in the G League games. He went through that experience, and honestly ended up earning these minutes. And then, when he got the minutes, he never let go. Like he was in Titanic. I never let go, Jack. I never let go.
Hey, Jordy, you're in
minutes. He didn't let go in the minutes. I'm going to say that much, dog.
No, I'm done with this guy, bro.
Facts. So, man, I had to show love to Modest, bro, because a lot of times when you come from Europe, people, number one, they're going to test you. Once you put that Lithuanian title on there, they're going to be like, he's probably soft. The boy ain't soft at all. He a dog and he a gym rat. Gotta give love to Modest, man. Show love to him.
Shout out to the twin, man. Shout out to my twin,
I have a question. How do we feel about the post game interview roundups? Like when all the guys surround the person getting interviewed after the game. I personally like it.
Okay,
but,
the OKC. That's what it's called. The OKC.
But I do feel like OKC started the trend. They're trendsetters over there. Man, do you think every team should be doing that?
Man, when you got a bunch of 21-year-olds on half of your roster, this is what happens when you make it the kids league, and not the big.
It's Gen Z. It's Gen Z. It's different.
Yeah. This is what happens when the NBA / kids league. Like this is what goes on when you do this.
Yeah.
So the older guys don't like it.
Man,
I mean,
Did you ever see that? Did you ever see that in Golden State or San Antonio Spurs or us at the Heat? Do you ever see that?
I don't see it, but it's
No
the league
grown
is
man is gonna do
transcending.
that. No grown man is doing that. Like
yeah.
I get it. I get it with the young guy.
Hey,
Okay, see, it's cool. But
I like when the young guys do it
that's
though.
cool. That's cool. But the whole league can't be doing it. Come on, like
hey,
this ain't.
hey,
It's a
hey,
different.
Ray, what would have happened if you when you played on the Spurs if after game
Oh, bro,
after
what?
every game
Duncan.
you were next to
What?
Tim Duncan or Tony Parker just
Bro,
standing there? What would
they
they
would
have said to you,
they
bro?
would have looked. They would have acted like Vooch in the
They'd
video.
have looked at him like he was crazy. Like
Like, get away from me. No, we ain't doing this. Pop wouldn't let that ride. That stuff was not happening, bro. It's just a different era, bro. It's a different era, and it is what it is. They in there barking in the interviews after. It's just throwing towels on the reporter. It's different times.
hey, Ray,
OKC
you would
swag
have
is
got this look. Tim
OD.
Duncan would look at you like this, like
Yeah, and I would have known what it is right away. I probably would have been. I would have got
All right,
crazy.
but okay, question though to that since it's new airs. Say we gave that OKC team to the Spurs. Because honestly, people don't realize OKC is very strict with that team, too, by the way. I know it looks real light, but in terms of basketball, business, how it's conducted,
that's high
like
level. It's high class.
interviews, it is highly planned and structured over there. But if, let's say that OKC team was in, with the Spurs, do you think now in this era, even with Pop and how that system is, they'll still be allowed to do the press game interviews and stuff the same?
I think yeah, because I think it's the era now. Like that's like if you look at the Spurs, like back in the day, it was all veteran team. They were a veteran team, then they had like a mixture of a couple young players, but the young players never really played. If you look at the Spurs team now, they're very young. You know what I mean? Like it's a different time. Like the league has shifted. Whether it's a team, a coach who likes veteran players, like that's just not the MO anymore. You got to be 19 to 23. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
kids are watching. I mean, some of these best players right now are 25 years old. Like they came in at 19. 25 is a vet now. 25 is crazy. 25 was not a vet back in the day. 25, you back in the day, you might have been in your like third, fourth year. You know what I mean? So it's the teams, like, even though they don't like it, they just feel like, all right, we got to just let it ride because this is kind of like the culture now.
What was the average
say the
age
Spurs?
entering the league back in the day? Well, not to call you
I
guys
don't know
up,
what the
so-
average age was, but I'll tell you this. There was no drafts happening where half of the draft was 19 years old. The last couple of drafts, if you look at the ages in the first round, almost every pick has been like a teenager.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So,
You could
so
get drafted by going to college for 4 years. You could go 3 years in college. Now, like, oh man, it's like, bro, we want you right out of like guys are reclassifying out of high school just to college early. You know what I mean? So that they can get to NBA early. They're going to the guys are going overseas. They're going to Australia just so they can get that year. Like
yeah,
we've never seen that before. It used to be like I'm gonna go back a year so I can gain another year to get stronger, quicker, faster. Now it's like, bro, I got to get in there right away. I got to be in college at 18. When I turn 19, I'm getting drafted. It's a little different. And you're playing at 19. Like you might be starting. They giving you the keys at 19, 20. Back then, it wasn't like that at 19 unless you Bron or
I'm about to say you had to be a phenom. If you was a teenager getting drafted, either you was tall like Wemby or you was a phenomenal talent like a Kobe or like a LeBron. Now 19-year-olds is just getting drafted and they not even phenoms. Like they just getting drafted just another draft pick, which is which is crazy. I don't like it, but whatever. That's the league. That's what we because the Spurs do it now. They won a couple games early in the year and they was surrounding, Wemby and doing group interviews a little bit. That's just that's what the crew do. And it's organic though. I will say this. It's organic. It's not like they trying to like be funny. Those OKC Thunder, like that's how they are every day. So it's not gimmick. So that just makes it cool. But like I don't want to see the whole league doing it though. Come on now. Like go back to the locker room and like you won before.
but like
you won before.
What about like the TikTok dances in the locker room in the jersey is crazy to me. But that's just what that's the era.
But you can say that's part of marketing though, because the Gen Z fans love it.
That's
You
what I'm
ain't lying.
saying.
Hey,
Hey
man, you are not lying. I coach these girls basketball team. All they do is want to watch Jerry McCain and watch them do Twitter fingers and painted nail fingers and all that. And I'm like, This is the new era we live in. This is what it is. This is
The fact that Jared McCain was known to be a TikToker before a basketball player is insane.
Crazy.
bro. He's doing numbers too. Like
Numbers,
I guess if you're a
branding.
business, if as long as they don't interfere with your basketball, it is a good business model to go by because everything's TikTok now and
Yeah.
Snapchat.
I think that's the biggest thing that Norris said. As long as it doesn't interfere with your basketball, you can't be losing and doing
Because
that.
bro, let me tell you something.
Hey,
If you
he's
do a
not
TikTok, if you do a TikTok in Miami's locker room and you ain't winning, oh man, let me tell you something. First of all, you ain't doing no TikTok in there like that.
Pat
But if
gonna
you
knock on the door.
but if you do that and you don't win,
Mm.
oh man, the Godfather is coming out. He's gonna show up, and when he show up, it's not good.
Oh,
Remember, we did the Harlem Shake, and we was like, hey, "Yo,
oh yeah.
when we do this, we better go out there and beat
I was
them."
about to say, bro, y'all had Mario costumes and everything. I was just
bro,
thinking
listen.
about the Harlem Shake.
Man, listen, but listen,
But
we
what were
only
you
did
dressed
that.
as, Norris?
I was NC Hammer.
Oh my God.
NC Hammer with the box, you know what I mean?
Oh my
had
God.
the overalls on like MC Hammer used to have back in the day. Yeah, but we didn't do that every week though. These kids do it every week. Hey Jay, don't hate. NC.
Nah, that went viral.
Hey,
that was a
that
viral
was
moment.
supreme viral.
If that was on TikTok, that would have did numbers, bro.
It did numbers on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's still doing numbers. They got the anniversary every year. Is the anniversary of the Harlem Shake. They do it every year.
You know how much money they're making off of that video?
Who ended up saying to do it? Who ended up saying to do that?
I mean, it was a team thing, but like, Brian and D Wade, they keep up with all the trends. And I forget what soccer team did it or a baseball team did it. And we was like, wait, whole teams is doing it. Like, we the team. Like, we the number one team in the world. Like, we got to do one. And we was like, yo, hold up. We got a game tomorrow, though. But we got to do it now while it's hot. Because if you wait a few days or next week, the trend is over with. We was like, so we're going to do this? We was like, yeah, we're going to do it tomorrow at the shoot around. Like, after practice, we was like, okay, we got Memphis tomorrow. Like, next day, like, we just got to make sure we kill. We was like, Evan, let's do it. And we did it. And then we took care of business. And so we ain't hear nothing.
So y'all TikTok dancers, low key. That sounds like a whole TikTok.
We was in the YouTube era. We the YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
We the YouTube era.
Oh,
We was in the YouTube era.
Hey, yo, I'm like, hold on. That sounds like a TikTok plan to me, my boy. I don't know, bro.
YouTube era. We was in the YouTube era.
Hold on. We can't.
No.
We gotta wait, guys. We can't wait because it's not gonna boom. That sounds like something on TikTok.
Because if you wait, hey,
what time do we post it, guys?
if you wait or say we lost, we can't do it after no loss. So you got to do it while it's hot. You got to do it while it's hot.
All right, Mims. If this is why you hot, if this is why it's hot, I'll give it to you, bro. All right, bet.
Man, I don't want you guys to ever talk about these TikTokers again, especially from Norris. Norris,
Man,
you can't talk
listen,
no more.
bro. Yes, I can. We not
right.
doing it every week. We not doing props all every week. We not doing certain stuff. It's just certain stuff we didn't do. We not, I ain't gonna get into how these cats is dancing and now and all that, but it's just certain stuff, certain protocol that we just couldn't do, and then still walk around the locker room.
Ray, your pops is in college, and you hear about the NIL stuff all the time, and I kind of hear about it all the time too. In terms of Jared McCain, a lot of times when it comes to marketing and having a standard, in terms of how players market themselves and getting marketing deals, a lot of people fire their agents because they do not get marketing deals. Let's start off with that. Number one, a lot of people use Jared McCain as a baseline and being like, yo, he's able to get these deals because he has this many followers on TikTok, believe it or not. He has this many followers on Instagram. He's willing to post this. He's willing to post that. But then a lot of times people say, okay, well, we needed to focus strictly on hoop. But at the same time, it's the balance of both. You got to honestly do both to get the marketing deals. And a lot of times we see in basketball and the youth, is people want marketing deals. They want these brand deals. So for you, Ray, when you see that, you can't be mad at Jared McCain because all he's doing is branding himself. And he hooping too. And he one of the hardest workers. I don't think he really showcases how hard he does work during the season. So for me, I don't really get mad at it. I just be like, okay, that's a part of his day. What do you think?
No, I mean, I would say this. It's not like a thing that I get mad at. I think it's just where we are in the world, where we are in the era of basketball. Social media is key. Social media is power. You know, back in the day, it was like you had to be so cold to get a hoop mixtape or to get on YouTube. You know what I mean? Now a lot of these kids, everything's just you can clip something up and you can post it. And I think older people would be like, bro, this is crazy. Like all these kids got highlights and this and this and that. But I think we just have to learn that we're adjusting to a different time where TikTok, social media, these kids have hundreds and thousands and millions of followers at a young age, and they have a fan base, and it carries over into their college career, their professional career, where everybody in this room besides Ashton, we kind of grew up in an era where like Instagram and TikTok, this stuff wasn't this popular when we were coming up. So I think there's a little bit of a hate from like the older people in the room hating on these kids with the TikTok and all this social media. And then there's got to find a balance between like these younger kids coming in. It's like, bro, this is our life. This is what we do. We can play a video game. We can stream it. We can make money. We got thousands of people watching. It's just, but as long as you come to the gym every day and you hoop, like Norris is saying, and they win, you can't say anything. And then a lot of these teams, like the Sixers, probably love Jerry McCain and his social following. It helps them. It helps put the Sixers on the map, and that he's a good player on top of that. So he's got fans coming to the game just to see him. You know what I mean? That helps the Sixers. That helps ticket sales. Like it's all a marketing thing, and there's marketing right now in sports is at an all-time high for sure.
I think that happened with Caleb Wilson, actually. I think Caleb Wilson was like posting it everywhere, and then they ended up having a whiteout at the school. So it's just like kind of crazy how the influence of student athletes, the younger generation, has over Gen Z and just like their counterparts. So I do.
Boy, got the
Hey,
cat.
no, the cat is crazy. Hey, yo,
The cat is crazy, fam.
But like Jared and them,
You thought you had to clear to do that?
boy, I know that's not what I
We was
just
in,
saw.
hey, yo, they was in mid sentence and saw the cat. It was like, hold on, bro.
Oh.
Nah, that's crazy.
But what looks like
a half cheetah.
yeah, that's crazy. What's his name?
Nah, boy looks
Simba.
scary as heck.
Yeah,
Simba?
I can't. Cats.
Yeah, it's an exotic cat. It ain't no regular like it. If you bring a regular cat around, it'll eat it.
Why do athletes love exotic things, like exotic pets?
Yeah.
Because we different, you know.
Y'all just what?
All right, 2 Chainz. Let's get into 3 Chainz. Let's get into it, Ashton. What we got next?
Hey, these little sidebars be frying me. Hey man, we're gonna go to Shea Butter, and shout out to Jordan, because I don't think a lot of people give Jordan enough credit for coming up with the concept of Shea Butter. So we're gonna throw the bomb on that one. Jordan, can you press the bomb for yourself? Appreciate it, big dog.
Oh, sis is so cute, right?
I'm making sure. Hey, all this is documented too.
We gotta give credit to Asher for the nickname. The hair was laid, and she was like Shea Butter, and I was like, yo, Shea Butter. Oh, okay, the hair was laid, Shea Butter. Oh, you know what? Voiceover time. Next time I get a voiceover, it's Shea Butter. And let's speak of the Shea Butter though, Asher, right now.
Bruh. If you guys have not been paying attention, Shea has not been playing in the fourth quarter. The Thunder have been playing so OD to the fact like they'll be up 20, 30-ish points. By the time it hits the fourth, you do not see Shea in. What is going on? And are we going to see that as a trend? Are we going to also see that as a trend too? Because
time before with with the Thunder, with Steph and them back in the day.
No fourth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were so good that they was getting everybody out of there in 3 quarters, and then those guys never played the fourth quarter.
Bro, do you think that's going to help longevity-wise too?
That was the Steph unanimous year when he averaged 30 and played only 31 minutes that season.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hold on, time out. I forgot about that. Was that the year that they broke the record?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was when Steph was unanimous MVP.
That's when they had 72 wins, 72 and 10.
I think that was the year because he averaged 30 on 31 minutes. Like it was like the most craziest thing ever. Efficient too.
And it's crazy that he's saying he did that in 31 minutes, bro.
No.
That fourth quarter, you know how much work you can get done in the last quarter?
No.
The last 3 minutes, a cat can go crazy. Steph can get like 15 in like 2 minutes. So that's crazy work.
30 and 31. So that means he probably would have averaged probably at least 5 more points, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
But we got to go into two. He's also top 3 in scoring right now. Shea is. He's averaging 33 points per game. He's also shooting something crazy right now from the field. He's averaging 32 points a game, 6 assists, 4.9 assists, 1.5 steals, almost a block a game with 0.8, shooting 54 from the field,
Good God.
41 from 3, 49, 89, my dog. You're almost at 40, 50, 90. I need you to get it to 90. And he's doing it in 3 quarters. They don't have Jalen Williams yet. I'm just going to start off right now.
I'll let you know how good the Thunder
This
are.
team is crazy.
Yeah.
Are we getting close to a point where, I don't know if this year, but pretty soon, with the amount of draft picks they have, the Clippers, they need to win some games because the OKC has that pick where they can possibly beat that Golden State record.
Wait, how many draft picks do they have, Jay?
They have several, bro. I don't know how many picks
It's like
they have.
every year, right?
Yeah, they gotta pick every year. So
Got a ton of picks.
a lot of times, I don't think people realize. So I remember the Derek Favors, when they picked up Derek Favors, they got to pick for that. They got the Al Horford money dump where they dump money, to send Al Horford to OKC. They got to pick for that. They were loading up on picks these last couple of years. People weren't paying attention. They were like, yeah, this is in 2024, 2025. Now we're here.
They was doing the Birdman hand rub, Jay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But do you see that team, the way it's going? They've only lost 1 game. They went against Portland, the team that beat them, smacked them. I told Ashton during the game, I said, Shea's on point to low-key not playing the next quarter. He had 37.
Yeah, you did.
Do we foresee this team potentially being like Golden State?
When you say being like Golden State, what do you mean?
Like potentially breaking the record of, what was it, 73, 74 games?
No. I don't see that.
You think they're touching 70?
Maybe touch 70, maybe. But to the Clips 74, to get to 74, I mean, that means the league is trash if they do that. The league.
No, how does it mean that? They got the young boys. Them boys is all 24. They over there running, going crazy.
74 wins, bro. What are we doing? In a league where we got LeBron and Luka on one team with Austin Reeves, in a league where we got Kevin Durant with the Rockets down there. They in the same conference. Like, who's in the West? Ant-Man is in the West. Joker is in the West. Like, if they walk through all them, then I don't know if these guys are as good as we saying they are. If they do that,
But
like
they're 17-1 though. They're 17-1 right now.
Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, and how much does Jalen average? How much points is missing right now?
Oh, J-Dub?
20.
20 is on the bench now.
20-piece nugget with 2 steals in a block. Another lockup dude that lock up.
So
and AJ Mitchell right now is averaging 16 points, 3.8 assists, and 1.8 steals, and he's balling.
So the West is not as
they
tough
got him
as
in the second round.
then. If they do that, then the West. I don't want to hear that talk that the West is as tough as they say it is. If they walking through them like that,
they dog walking everybody. What you mean, bro?
Bro, I mean, I can't take away from them, but I'm just talking about the rest of the teams because they doing what they supposed to do. I'm talking about the rest of the teams. If they letting them go through them like that,
I think if they don't get it, they're gonna be right there.
Is the talent in the league that good to where, I mean?
Oh, we need to do a little wager.
I think
nothing illegal.
What does that say about the league though? If they do that, like, what does that say about our league if they do that?
The young boys have taken over. That's what it means. What you mean? Hey, facts. Hey, yo, that's what it means. Young boy. Hey, guys, we couldn't keep up with them young boys. They got them young boys. We couldn't keep up. You know what I'm saying? They running at this crazy pace.
Those dudes in Houston ain't no young boys.
Spurs
ain't no young boys. Joker and them ain't no. What's up?
But this team, the whole team is some young boys. They all 24. They all healthy. They flying around. They looking like an AAU team, bro. It's crazy.
They is out there.
We seen a team that got some young cats. That is nice. But a maximum might be like 3 or 4 of them. It's the whole team, bro.
11 of them.
It's crazy. And then they got cats coming off the bench, coming in, getting to it. Like they got guys on two ways that are coming in, getting to it. It's like, hold on, what is going on? So I think that's the thing we just never seen, where it's like they're so good at a young age.
But
And
what does that say about the rest of the league, though? If that's the case,
that's what's messing up the league because they're doing so well at a young age. All the other teams is like, oh, we want all these young guys. So our roster up
that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was trying to get to.
and it's
These other teams is trying to do that, and it's making the league kind of like, I don't like to call the league trash, but it is making the league kind of watered down when they try to do that.
for sure. And that's the problem because it's back in the day you have a balance. Like you mentioned the Spurs, like you got, you had TD, you got Kawhi, who was like the young up and coming star. And you had Tony Parker, you had these guys, you had these older
Patty
vets.
Mills was up and coming.
You know what I mean? You had a mixture of like 3 or 4 top dogs that were older, experienced, and then you had a couple young guys who could, when the OGs was like struggling a little bit, that young guys coming in and taking that role. But here it's like, now it's just like
young and younger.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, let's just weed the older guys out. Let's just build the team around young guys. Let's develop them. But the problem is it don't work like that. The guys that OKC have, they're unique, and then how they coincide and play together is stuff we never really seen, bro.
Hold on, bro.
They got what I don't want to say they got lucky. I want to say they got the right type of guys. They got the right type of like character.
Yes.
Not everybody can get high level basketball players that still have character. OKC is kind of fortunate that they have high character guys that just so happen to be really good at basketball. Like,
yes,
no ego thing is crazy.
They understand their role. Like, okay, cool.
And they accept their role.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'll get 10 points tonight and 2 steals and 3 rebounds and 2 assists. I don't have to go get 20. Where on the other team, it's like that young kid's like, no, I'm going to get my 20 every night. You know what I mean? It's the difference.
Yeah.
Jordan is about to rage bait. What is going on up there?
Okay. Sorry, bro. Hold on, dog. Hold on. This has been something that's been building in the making. Wasn't there a point where people were laughing at OKC, asking if they should blow it up? When Jalen Williams was a rookie, they had Josh Giddey, who's cooking over there in Chicago. They had Shea. They had all the young boys they did now. They've been building this and grooming this for this occasion right now. I think that this team could get to that 73-win team. And 2, they still might get AJ DeBonson next year. We need the Clippers to win some games. I know the GMs is like, please, God, we need the Clippers to win, because if they don't and they get AJ DeBonson, we're in trouble, dog. I'm telling you right now. So I foresee this happening, and I honestly love it, because now everyone's shifting like, yo, we need to build up in the draft. And then we find a team like OKC, who if we would have said 3 or 4 years from now, if they would have won a championship, a lot of people would have said no. And they're in a small market. They gave one to the spot. And they building with their homegrown guys. I'll rock with it. And I think
I'm not saying I don't rock with it. I'm just saying the win 74.
You played in OKC. Hold on.
That's what I said.
Hold on.
It's not
you
about
should be
this.
the main one saying, yo,
No.
they should be, I think they get to the 73.
I'm not mad at them. I'm talking about the rest of the league. What does that say about the rest of the league?
That the young boys is outrunning them, bruh. You see the pace. The pace sliders is on 100, 110 right now.
They are. I rock with OKC. Like you said, I played there. So, I mean, the fan base there is great. The organization is A1. I'm going to be honest with you. They got an A1 organization, facility, structure, everything. But what does it say about the rest of the league? If y'all letting them run dog walk you like that, if they went 74 wins, bro, break their record. Like, come on, that's kind of crazy.
First off, Shay's gonna be number 1. Number 2,
and AJ DeBonson don't need to go there. I don't know if he can be a star.
Hey, I feel like Chet taking the back seat. I think we see there's a lot more bag work to Chet too. Honestly, that team got a lot of pieces over there. If Jalen Williams went to another team right now, probably average 25, 26 a game, being honest. Jalen got game 2. You saw it. He played with one hand last year. One hand. The hand was broken.
Listen, there's a big difference from a number 2 versus number 1. There's a big
difference. It is, but he did it in the playoffs, though, my boy.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying.
They had a huge gravity pull. Shea Butter is out there. That's a huge. Shea tilts the court a whole nother way.
He does tilted. I give you that, but I still gotta give love, because, like, in my mind, even for like Chet, that's why I give Chet his love, because Chet got a lot of bag to him. And I feel like a lot of times he got to sit in the corner, let Shea do his thing. Same with Jalen. at times. So I think they got a lot of bag work to them that they still haven't showcased all the way to in times. Because number one, Shea don't miss games. So we've never really seen.
He's a real superstar.
He's a real star. So I'm saying, like, I'm good with this, bro. And I think they're going to get to 73 at some point. They might. Because the way this team is built and how many picks they got, it wouldn't surprise me is what I'm trying to tell you.
Giving Shea MVP? He getting MVP?
If he keep playing 3 quarters, averaging 32 a game.
Back to back.
The last 3 years,
I don't
think
think he's gonna get MVP because they're gonna say how good his team is. If he's doing this and winning in 3 quarters, they're gonna say, well, he got a super team to be able to sit out and not have to play the fourth. Especially compared to what the Joker doing and having to play, like having to control the whole game with his team and stuff like that. I don't think they'll give.
B Whopper. I don't know if you eating Whoppers right now, my boy, but yo,
wait, how's it spelled?
With the full clip.
How's it spelled?
Where? Where's
McCallum, Ashton. You put with an O, which a lot of people do.
Oh, wow, you put me in there with CJ.
That's
cool. It's cool. We both light skinned. I get it. But
yeah, it's all good.
OKC though, Jay. The only thing I'll say is, it's some things that like it's kind of like once in a lifetime things. Like this roster that OKC is doing, I think I hate when other teams try to model that.
Duplicate. They always do that. Same with the game. Yeah.
Norris hit it right on the spot. It's they have the right character guys. They got the right guys on the team that will buy into this certain role. They have the coach, everything just falls into place. But when other teams try to do it, you trying to turn a kid who's somebody who's not like built that way to play a role or do these things. It just doesn't happen. The Warriors back in the day, like they had the right pieces at the right time that fit that system. Like those are good guys, this or that, whatever the case might be, it just worked. You know what I mean? Like the Bulls back in the day, like it just worked. And that's why you don't ever see this stuff happen. And then it's like what happens now in this league is what teams are doing now. Like I look at Sacramento, it's like, all right, it's not working. We got all these guys. Let's just blow the team up. Let's rebuild the team. Let's work through the draft. It's like an easy cop out for every team in the league to do now. And then it's like, all right, we'll get it for ourselves another 3 years to try to build up and draft and see how it works. But it's like, no, y'all made the wrong trades, made the wrong decisions in the front office for all the teams, and then they can just have a cop out to say, okay, we're gonna build through the draft. I don't like that part with the league.
It's like a copycat league, copycat strategy. Like there's no variation. Like if one team do it, that don't mean you need to do it. Look at your strategy. Look at what your team is. Look at who your coach is. Look at who the strength of your guys and build off of that instead of looking like, oh, let me see what they're doing in that yard. Let me do what they're doing. Like that's the problem I have with the league now as a whole. It's like it's copycat. There's no variation in the game plan. There's no variation in the scheme. There's no variation in the type of players that's in the leagues. Like they all look the same. It's like give us some variation. Like it used to be beautiful to watch the Spurs system go against the Mavs system, the Mike D'Antoni fast system go up against the Nuggets, or the Heat go up against the Boston system. Like the different type of system. Like Detroit Pistons. You know why we like them? Because they don't play like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
They got a whole different feel when you watch them play. And that's why it's entertaining to watch them play. Same thing about Miami. Whether they win or whether they lose, you know they play different than everybody else. They Heat system that they do, it's just they're going to do what they do. And I think that's one thing about OKC. They doing what they do. You can't out OKC. Like to try to do what they do, that don't even make sense. How you going to try to out Spurs to Spurs? How you going to try to out Golden State? No, you got to bring something different to the table to counteract that. You can't out Thunder to Thunder, and that's the problem I see with the league. They trying to out Thunder to Thunder by doing what they do. It's like, dude, you can't beat them at their game. You got to do something else to try to beat them.
And you saying it perfect. Like he's naming certain teams that have a system. He only can name maybe 7-8 systems.
Right.
You got the whole rest of the league. You got 22 other teams, 20 other teams trying to do what they're doing. Oh, let's do what they're doing. It don't work like that. You got to have your own style.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
And
remember when the Supersonics used to play against the Bulls in the 90s, bro? Or when the Lakers used to play against the Spurs, bro?
Okay, I thought we were going to do this.
Hey, here we go. We're going. That's what exactly what
like, y'all remember the now as a play?
Well, I was like, I was like, we're about to go to the Jordan talk. Lord, have mercy.
I didn't even say nothing about MJ. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
You went,
Hey,
you
you
went
hit
real
the
psych.
Bulls. I said,
Oh
oh no.
no, we're about to go to the airness.
Hey, you were trying to sneak it in
Facts.
there, Norris. Don't lie.
I didn't say nothing about. I'm just saying the different styles of play, bro. It was beautiful to see the different styles go at it.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with that.
imagine Mike D'Antoni trying to make Tim Duncan play that style. That's what this league is doing now. They're taking all the players and like, hey, we're gonna play like this. We're gonna play like the Boston Celtics, 53s a game. Like, dude, you can't out Celtics the Celtics. Like, you got to bring something different to the table.
That's why you take a kid at 19, because you can take a kid at 19 who's 6'7", athletic, and try to turn him into something. Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't mean to do.
6'7". Hey, you set yourself up.
See, look at us. We doing the little kid stuff. That's crazy.
Hey, the TikTok stuff is crazy.
But yes, man, like you trying to create, you kind of like you creating players really, and then they just kind of creating stuff and trying to just try new things, bro. So it's just it's different, and that's why I think like older cats that have played in the league be like, man, I got a hard time like watching some of these games because it's just a different style of hoop. And then these
you know that's the good thing about staying in college longer. You get to see what a player truly is. When a guy 19, you don't know what he is. And then you mortgaging, you want your fan base to support you through all these years when you getting drug out. Like, instead of getting players that you know what they do, and then now you can make a system based around that. Okay, I got 3 guys that this what they do. Okay, so if they do that, I need to get 2 other guys that do something different, that do this. And you structure a team instead of just getting a whole bunch of lookalikes, 6, 7 guys that can jump out the gym and be like, all right, I want y'all to shoot 30, make 35, 43s. Like that's what we're doing now.
Yeah, you did it. Hey, hold on, time. I got to show love to the Whopper man, Mr. Burger King himself. We're gonna call him the Whopper. He said DCD's finest, #1. That's Detroit County Day, right?
Country Day. Get it right. Come on now.
Now, man, we are butchering up Ray today.
He's so wet.
I know.
Sorry.
We
would like to issue a public apology to Ray. On this.
Yeah, facts. My bad. Facts.
I'll let you slide. I know.
Hold on. The Whopper man himself, BBB, he said, right? You see it way more in college hoops. Syracuse's zone, Grinnell launching shots whenever, Arkansas's 40 minutes of hell, etc. That's what he said in response to it. You do see a lot more different styles, especially in college basketball too. And everybody got their own system, and we try to figure out a way to go to March Madness and win a natty too as well. So yeah, I would love to see that, to be honest with you. I do see a lot more teams do run zones and stuff like that too as well. As we saw, I know Miami Heat run the 1-3-1. They also run that 2-3 matchup too as well. They run that really well. Yeah, I would love to see that. I think we should. B Whopper, I appreciate you commenting in here too, dog, and holding us accountable and frying little sis too, by the way.
Didn't you just mess up on DCD?
I played that. So
hit that ball again.
Hit it one more time.
Yeah, hit it for yourself. Blow yourself up.
Oh, my bad, guys.
Yeah,
my bad,
thank you, guys. Thank you.
My man was like, kiss Ashton. Oh, nice. Hold on, bro. That's what I heard.
See,
but, hey, man.
This is exactly why I don't compliment that man. He'll accept it and then he'll fry me.
See, you try to throw him the lob and he just blocking.
Yeah, like that's crazy work to me, bro. Yeah. Wait, with the transitioning to a younger league, is that anybody's fault necessarily? Is it more so the GMs that are making those executive decisions, or are they copying each other? Like, how does that work behind the scenes?
I mean, it's not really the player's fault. I mean, if you're going to draft me younger, then why not get to the money younger? I mean, obviously with NIL, you don't have to rush.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But like, if they going to draft me at 19, even though I ain't, I'm not a finished product, or, I haven't showed nothing other than my athleticism, hey, why not go? Even if it used to be if you're 19, you got to be like Shaq, you know what I'm saying? Like a phenom. But now if I ain't a phenom, but they still going to draft me first 15 picks, might as well go. It ain't the player's fault.
How old were you guys?
I was a senior in college when I got drafted.
What age?
21.
Yeah,
you sound like you were Serge Ibaka or something. You didn't want your age. Yeah. You wanted your age disclosed. You didn't want your age disclosed just now, Norris. You said I
had to think back. That was years ago. I've been out
So
15 years.
I
I'm
know.
15.
I'm messing with you.
So with that being said, if you guys got drafted like this upcoming year, right? Throwing back, would you guys declare for the draft at 19 or would you stay in college?
Number one, Ray would have been out. I'm gonna drop the bomb on that too. His father was his
Wait,
coach. Ray would have been out of here, dog. If it was in this era, I don't care what he says. He would have
I
been
wasn't ready at 19.
Outro. You hear me? McDonald's All-American.
I needed some
All
time.
that.
I needed some time. Like, for example, let's put it like this way. This is perfect that Norris is on here because Norris and I was in the same conference. So Jordan's like McDonald's All-American, whoop de whoop. But I'm a freshman coming in. Norris was a
junior.
He was a junior. And I wasn't there yet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is an NBA player. Shelvin Mack was in our league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, ooh, I'm not there yet. Like, back then, these guys are bigger, stronger, quicker, more athletic. Like, and the Horizon League, when we was there, it was good back then. It was
Bro,
good.
we had Butler made it back-to-back national championships. Like, we had the national runner-up. We had to play them multiple times during the year.
Yeah.
How much did you average year one, Ray?
I averaged like a little over 13, like 13, 13.5, maybe like 3 or 4 assists.
You already know what someone would have said in this era. They would have been like, we outro. We leaving. We going to the draft, dog. Hold on. That's a little bit. What were the percentages looking like, too, for you?
I don't remember the numbers. I was all to the rack, mid-range, free throw line. I always had good numbers. I know my last year I definitely shot over 50% from the field.
Yeah, but
See,
I'm
but
glad
the
you're
point
talking
is
about this. But the point is about you saying that you needed time.
Well,
like
he
that's
was humble enough to understand that. But now, if a GM would have said, "Hey, we taking you anyway," I mean, then you have to go. But like, see, he's honest enough to say, like, "Yo, I had some work to do," and obviously it was some other pros to where he could size himself up to know. Some of these dudes is like, no matter what, this is a one and done. Like, that's the plan. Like, the plan is one. If I don't go one and done, it's like a disappointment.
Yeah.
Versus I'm gonna see what happens, and then if I can go, I'll go. But if not, I'll stay and develop and get better. Because the NBA used to be, you go there when you're ready.
Yeah.
Now drafting guys that's not even ready and saying, well, they got potential. It's like it's too many potential projects.
Yes.
Like if he's 7 foot, I get it. You got potential. But like you just drafting all potential at this point. Like we don't get no finished product, like no season. Like when Tim Duncan came in the league, he was like polished. Chris Paul was polished. Like now it's like everybody's just raw when they come to the league. Like we ain't gonna have nobody that's like super polished, or more than half of the draft is like not
you get
polished.
punished. You get punished for staying because of your age, bro.
I don't get that though. A 21-year-old is not old. 22 is not old at all.
I understand what you're saying, but at this time, like even for you, Ray, I'm looking at the stats. Like, why wouldn't? My question to you is the way because at that time the draft was shaping to the younger was the guys, right, to get drafted too.
Yeah,
like Kyrie, all them were drafted young too. So you averaged 13.5 points, right? 5 assists a game, 1.6 steals, mind you. Why didn't you go after the first year to the NBA?
But this is another thing. Back then, if you go, like, it ain't how it is now. They got it perfect. Like, I can go work out for teams. I can go to the combine and understand, like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to come back to school. I can take my name out. Like, you can't do that back then. Like, if you enter the draft, bro.
That was it.
You can send in the paperwork to the league, and they say you might get drafted from like 25 to 35 or whatever. Where they think the teams think you can get slotted. So mine, everything's gonna be second round and undrafted. So if I'm a freshman coming out, and they tell me I'm gonna go second round and undrafted, like, and ain't no point for me to go. Now I can go work out for teams and like work.
Oh yeah, you could test. You couldn't test and do that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, so like, and then I had my pops coaching me who knows the reality of the situation. Like, you go, you might not get drafted. Like, then what you gonna do? Like, it wasn't like back then. There was no 2-way contract. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was the D League, bro. Yeah. And it's like guys don't go to the D League back then and get called up, and like it wasn't like it is now, bro. Like it was a different.
Oh man.
Oh Lord,
and Jordan, you keep forgetting too, bro. The guards back then, the names that was coming out was polished. Kemba Walker was polished.
Yeah.
Brandon Knight went one and done, but he was polished in college. Like Kyrie Irving only played 11 games, but his game was polished like shoe grease. You hear me? Like, you talking about real dudes that get it in. Like, not
Isaiah
no
Thomas was
potential.
the 60th pick, bro.
Isaiah Thomas was,
He was
Hey, Norris about to have a heart
bruh,
attack.
y'all cats is, these dudes is not
All
the
right.
same as these dudes. Kimba Walker led a team to the national championship. Bruh, I had to win offensive player and defensive player of the year in the conference to get like we had to really show what we can do, not know what we
Norris
think
had to
we can
have
do.
40, 20, and 20.
Bruh, what are
dog.
we talking about? Like, bruh, like you had to go OD. Like Dame Lillard and CJ and them used to put up crazy numbers to get looked at. Now these dudes get to average 9 points, 8 points, but because they can do a windmill dunk, they get drafted. Like, this is corny to me. Like, sometimes, like, this is crazy.
So you guys wouldn't declare for the draft, like
I,
in this
I,
day
I
and
couldn't.
age.
At 19, I couldn't. At 19, I wasn't
That's
even.
crazy.
He wasn't okay, but Ray, now at this time with the new rules, would you have tested it?
With the new rules, for sure, I probably would have been able to get out of there because they would have been like, "Oh, he's 19. He has some good numbers. He's young. We can help him develop this. We can
Help them develop.
work on this with him. We can help him with that." Like, you're a unfinished product. That's what they want. You know what I mean? They want like a project. They want to help you. You know what I mean? In most situations, but back then it's like, bro, you got to be able to come in and be able to get to it. You got to be that player.
You have to have a real skill set. Like,
Yeah.
what can you bring to me other than potential? Like, if they put you on the roster, you could actually do something. Not a
But-
project. You could actually do something.
Yeah.
But I love that Ray brought this up, and I'll finish with that. Is that when you did the 3 years, do you feel like if you were younger and you would have left earlier, you would have had a longer leash in terms of what teams were expecting because of your age? You're a lot younger too at the time because like I don't know what it is about basketball, but like it seems like every year you go up in college, that's like a plus 3 years to a team. I don't know why. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have no idea why it's like
They make
that.
it like dog years, right?
Yeah, I'm saying like, damn. Like, you get what I'm saying? So like, do you feel like things would have changed in terms of stuff too, or no?
I think a major part of it is who drafts you, right? Like, if you get drafted, like Norris got drafted to the Heat, where they had a plan for him. That's an organization that like they want their guys to stay with them. They want them to grow and develop, right? But if you get drafted to like a team that like there's not really a plan for you, then I don't think it matters if you are 19 or you're 21. It's really where you get drafted, because then it depends on like your situation, your opportunity. Because if you're gonna get to play early, they're gonna need you, so they're gonna work with you. They're gonna make sure that they help groom you to fit that style. But if you're in a situation where you get drafted to a team where you're not really needed and there's not really a plan for you, then like you kind of just thrown in the fire and you're just kind of figuring it out. You might just be bouncing around. So I think that's
And you get drafted, and then the GM that drafted you get fired
yeah.
15 or 20 games in. That's a whole nother story. Or the coach get fired that drafted you. That's a whole nother story. So it's situations like Ray said.
That's a bar. And, we want to acknowledge the people in the chat. B just said, all right, he said, a system that's starting up in Toronto, they have consistently brought in such versatile talent with size and length over the past few years. Truly interchangeable, two-way talent, RJ, Mamu, Scotty, CMB, Mabongo, that now is finally gelling as a unit. It's hard not to look at their new coach, Darko, and his ball movement philosophy as to part of that. But that's that part. To the former NBA guys, does it take BI and Scotty to buy into that system for it to become the standard? How much do the stars on each team and how the coach / front office system and strategy works for them affect how the rest of the roster finds harmony?
Yeah, the stars gotta buy in. If the stars don't buy in, ain't nobody buying in.
Yeah.
That's what made Pop's system great. It wasn't so much that it was Pop. It was that Tim Duncan bought into it. If Tim Duncan say I ain't with that, then guess what? It ain't working. And then guess who don't develop? Tony Parker don't get to develop. And then guess who else don't get to throw them flashy passes and all that? Manu Ginobili. It all started with big fella. Tim Duncan was like, you know what, Pop? I'm with it.
Yeah.
Yell at me, cuss me out. I can take it, hold me accountable. The system was Big 21. Same thing with the Lake Show. When Phil came with the Lake Show, it don't work the same without Big Shaq. It don't work the same. And then when Kobe developed later on, it ran through Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Same thing in Miami. If LeBron and D Wade don't buy in to Spo, it don't work. It would have never worked if they don't buy in. It
Yeah.
just would have been a constant fight. And then guess what? We gotta obey the coaches in the front office, but we gotta play with these superstars. So sometimes, you might be like, man, I know Spo said this, but shoot, Brown said this. That's a tough space to be in if the star player not buying in. But when the star player is buying in lockstep and foot with the coach, as the support players, it makes it easy for us to just buy in and do our job. And so, if the stars buy in, everybody else has to buy in.
No, that's perfect. Like I was in San Antonio for a little bit, and that's the first time in my life like I done seen a star be bought in like that. I'll never forget LaMarcus Aldridge, David West. They were new that year. We all came in the summer. Our first day of training camp, Coach Pop he cussed out Tony, he coached out Tim Duncan, and he cussed out Mono Ginobili, he cussed out Danny Green, and he cussed out Kawhi Leonard. All in a film session, first day of training camp from the game that they lost in the playoffs the year before against the Clippers. Me, LaMarcus, and David West all looked at each other like, yo, what did we just get ourselves into? And not one of them dudes said anything back. They took the beating. They listened to it. We went on the court. We did everything we had to do in training camp. And Tim led that whole year. Obviously, the Warriors were so good that year. They won 72 games or whatever. They beat the record, 73, whatever it was. But that whole year, I'm like, dog, like we were there in the summer. Tim Duncan, Tony, like these dudes don't really be there in the summertime. Like they're there working with the young guys. They're running the drills, they're running the practices, they're doing everything. So it's like, dang, if he's doing that, bro, and this is the year he retired, like if he's doing that, like how can I not like follow his lead and buy into he's following what the coach is doing? And it took everybody, the new guys, a little while to like kind of follow that because that's not really how the league is unless you are with the Heat when they had Bron and all those guys. Or same with the Warriors. Like there's a system, but it's hard for NBA players to do that, I think, if you want to win on that level.
Well, most guys, I mean, if you're only 19, you 1 year removed from high school, you ain't never had to buy in. The system was based around you. So you don't even understand the concept of like, man, I ain't about to listen to him, bro. I'm about to do my thing. Because just a year ago, I was in high school doing my thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. And that's the problem what we've been saying this whole time of a year ago, I was in high school doing my thing. Now I'm in the league and I'm
in the NBA. That's freaking crazy.
I'll make 20 M's a year and I'm this guy. And I really never had to fight for nothing in my hoop career. Like, it's not saying it's handed to me. Don't get it wrong. I've been a dog this whole time, my whole journey. But like now, like I'm handed the keys to an NBA franchise and I ain't got nobody to like really follow the MO after. Like I'm just figuring it out on my own.
Yeah, that's not fair. I think you do young guys a disservice by doing that.
Yeah, and that's why you're seeing these first round picks getting 1 or 2 years in the league, and then they say, "Oh, he's not good enough," and then they just weed him out. Bro, back in the day, if you were a first round pick, bro, you're at least getting 4 years.
100%.
Yeah, now people be
now you might only get 2 years.
You get 2 years, and then you got a G League contract.
Thank you.
Sure. Last question for Whopper, and then we can end. It says, what about the feeder programs? Does the OKC Blue G League team run the same system as the Thunder? If it's vital for the top down, if it's vital from the top down with stars, is a bottom up G League to bench just as important? That's what you just asked.
Yeah, I mean it's all under one system. I mean, the teams that run it that way are the good teams. Like you can't be having a different terminology in your G program and then moving them up to the big team and whole different terminology and scheme. Like that wouldn't even make sense, So I can only speak on the teams that I saw. The Blue definitely speak the same language as the Thunder. The Sky Force up in South Dakota, the Sky Force Miami Heat affiliate team, they speak the same language as the Heat. The Austin Toros, they speak the same language as the San Antonio Spurs. And that's why those programs are successful programs, So every program probably don't run that way, but the good ones do. They speak the same terminology so that when those players have a chance to get caught up. Because imagine you practicing every day with the G League team, different terminology, and then you get caught up to the big team And now you got to learn a whole different terminology. Like that don't even make sense to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Because there was a time when there was some D League, G League teams that were playing experimental basketball.
Yes.
Like, what we doing, bro? Experimental basketball. And then you got your main players down there, and you're on a team that you guys want to try to shoot 50 to 60, 70 threes just to see how it works, bro. You can't just. These teams are trying to just create something sometimes, bro, and it's nasty, dog.
Nasty word. Remember when they tried to do the three people play defense and the two cherry pick? That was the Kings out there.
Kings, yes. Come on, bro. So I'm just saying, like, and this is just these are the people that run the team, the owners, the general manager.
They clearing it, yeah.
They're trying to find, like, everyone's trying to find a new way to do something, like, and it's like we're kind of getting away from what basketball is, bro.
Facts.
You know, it's like these young kids now. Everybody's got a trainer. Everybody can do the V step to an I side step. All this crazy snatchback terminology. It's great when you in a gym and you working out, but then does that translate to hooping? I don't know.
Right. Can you do something when you don't have the ball? How about you slide down to the corner and back cut? How about that? And then if you don't get it, resurface. Can you do that?
Exactly. And that's what they're missing from not hooping and not playing. And then that's just the way that there's going. And then these kids they're very skilled. They're way more skilled than a lot of us ever were. They got all the moves and everything. But then they don't know how to play without the ball, like Norris said. They don't know how to cut. But then they've been so good, and now they're the top player in the country who still don't know how to backdoor, who don't know how to cut, who don't know how to fake high and give a bounce pass to the post. And then now you coming in and you on a team, and it's like they expect you to know how to do that. But now you just a 3-and-D guy. Like, you never learn these things, and then over time it gets exposed.
Yeah.
And I
don't like to say that they're more skilled than us. They are more skilled with the ball.
Yes, that's true.
They are more skilled with the ball. But when you talk about overall, it's a skill to know how to pass, bro. It's a skill to know how to spacing and make a time cut. That's a skill to know footwork and touch shots on the glass and mid range. That's a real skill, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Ashton, put this in for the next topic, not today. We're going to have a full topic on this. Pro vibes. That's a vibe. Said, are trainers important in the off season, or do you prefer live simulation training? We will put that and save that for another day because we're going to have a very good wow showdown for sure on that.
Take a picture of it.
Because that is a great topic. Pro Vibes, I appreciate you putting that on there.
With trainer culture?
It'll be something that we honestly probably talk about a lot. We'll have some guests come on here too as well, trainers as well, other guys, and speak about training in the space.
The crying emojis.
Definitely do that and put that as a topic.
Yeah, I got a lot to say, Pro Vibes. I got a lot to say on that, Pro Vibes.
Ray Mac really got a lot to say.
I was like, we cannot go. Man. Hold on, last one. He says, if you're a G League team, how do you balance wanting to stand out and show out versus making the sound right play? Do you trust your game and hope the right person sees your game at the right time?
I would say be organic, like play the right way. On the team that you're on, they already have the superstar that's getting paid $200 million, so they're not bringing you there to score 30. So understand that. Understand that the team that's probably gonna call you up, they already have their main guy who's going to be doing all the scoring. So they're going to need you to play a role. Just play your role and be the best at it. So if you're a shooter, make sure you're getting your feet down, shooting good shots, making your shots. If you're a defender, make sure you're picking up 94 feet. Or if you're a shot blocker or a rebounder, block shots and rebound. But it's not always score. Because the top scorers in the G League don't even be getting called up like that. Because there's already dudes in the league that are supreme scorers. We just said James Harden had 55. You think a dude for the Clippers team who scored 55 in the G League gonna get called up? No, we don't need you to do that. We already got somebody to do that. Yeah. How about you rebound? How about you be a good run to the corner, full speed, don't get it, then play defense, and then do the same thing again to keep the integrity of the spacing out there on the court? Can you do that?
Yeah. To follow up on your question, B, I had talked to the Lakers G League coach about this last year. Not just Bronny, but, guys like Maxwell Lewis, others. And he just said that, We got Bron, Luka, and all them on our team. So if you scoring 30, that don't translate. Just being honest. It's not going to translate. You're not going to have the ball in your hands. You're going to be in that deep corner. So we better see something in that deep corner on defense that makes it sound, to where you could kind of blend in with the system when it's time. So he was like, a lot of times I try to tell my guys, like, you having 30, a lot of times people leaving out of here saying your game not really translating to what we want it to be. Because you're not going to do that when we play, when you play up with the Lakers. So make something that translate, defend, be in help, talk, all those little small things that we all complain about and think that your coach is just being a most annoying person on this planet for telling you to do. That's a little small detail that you can do. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're not in the deep corner with Bron and Luka, you're not playing. I tell you that right now. All the time.
And when you say deep corner,
when they're not there, I see it every time they're getting screamed at. So I'm just telling you right now, make sure you're in your right area. I don't want to blast no players' names because I see it all the time. If Bron or Luka see you not in that deep corner and you're not there and you have the spacing messed up, they are going to see it 10 times out of 10 times.
You better be dang near standing out of bounds. You got to be in the deep corner where
exactly.
your foot dang near out of bounds.
Exactly. Yep.
So what do most guys get called up for?
Extra bodies, energy on defense, use fouls, or injuries, or point guard. Yep.
10-day contract to fill a void as something's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't like, by the way, I don't like that new collective bargaining, what they did with the 10-day, doing all that, because they put 2 or 3 dudes on there on the roster instead of 2 vets. Took the middle spot when they did that. So
I'm talking about that too. That'll be another topic. We'll have the PA come on here too at some point, maybe. Talk about that. And see if that ends up changing. But yeah, last thing though on that though, real quick. Though, if you are a top pick and you're top 8, top 10, you got to make it translate, but we got to see some buckets. I ain't even gonna lie. We got to see a little bit of buckets. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't want to say that you can come out there, have 8 points. Well, I'll be a little worried. Can't lie to you.
I mean, if you got 8 points, though, but you locking up and got 10 rebounds and 5 steals, I mean,
okay, that's cool. 5 steals is elite, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I got to see something. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out there. He played a great role, but he had 10 points.
I believe it here with some.
Yeah, facts. You better leave it there with a little bit of impact. If you that top pick, I would tell you, play the role, but also you got to score a little bit of buckets. The other guys though that are trying to make it and make a team. Do something really well, play that road to the T, and you'll get there. But yeah, appreciate you guys.
Wait, I kind of like this last one. It's not even a question. He's just joking, but he said baseball has a bullpen to warm up. Football, they could throw on the sidelines. Why isn't there a hoop somewhere near the locker rooms to get shots up before checking in?
Because we're not them. We basketball. It's only 5 of us out there. And we don't play a stand still sport like they do. They get to rest in between. They get to sit around.
They gonna be like, Norris, we want you in. Hey, yo, guys, we got to get him in the back. He's shooting.
Yeah, what are we talking
we got to
sit on the heat
somebody
pack.
go get Norris, bro. Somebody go get Norris. He in the back shooting up, getting up jumpers.
Say that, bro. We don't do that. You get the little bike on the side, or you sit on heat packs. That's how you stay ready, stretching between timeouts.
Yeah.
Hey, not gonna lie. The way the Clippers facility is structured, though,
they could low-key do that.
I could probably in the near future, potentially, maybe, might see it.
I can see it too. You know exactly where you go through that middle tunnel. Yeah.
Very close, but that's the only circumstance to do that, to get some extra shots up on the side and do that. That's the only spot where you have actually a court and your practice gym at the same place. A lot of arenas don't have a practice gym in there. So you would need to literally change every single team structure of how all these arenas are built and have a practice gym in there. And the Clippers only have their own spot for that team, whereas the other teams are sharing. Where the Clippers, that's specifically for them. So
you still can't do that because the coach want to make a sudden change. You can't wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Hey, we gotta go upstairs and get.
No, but it's really close. Like you could probably get them in a split second.
Nah, bro. I need you right now. Ho, sub, get him out now.
No, I'm talking about you ain't gonna do it at the end of the game. You're gonna do it like, say a dude needs to warm up, like coming off an injury assignment. He about to play, and he trying to keep his body warm and stuff like that. I could potentially, for OKC, who's building his own team arena, and the Clippers potentially, but everybody else, I don't see a practice gym that close to a basketball.
Bro, listen, you missing the fact, bro. This is what makes Hooper so elite, bro. You can sit on the bench 20, 30 minutes. You got to be able to come in and get a bucket real quick.
I know, facts. Hey, you ain't lying.
That's just the difference of a basketball player.
Facts.
That's fair.
But yeah, now I appreciate you. We are going to get the TikTok working, I promise. Thank y'all for joining our very first episode. Make sure y'all, tune in, sign up to the playback, sign up to TikTok, YouTube, wherever you guys are. Really appreciate all you guys. We're going to build this community. And as you see, we do answer the people's questions because we are the people's champions. Appreciate y'all, dog. Appreciate you guys for joining. Tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m. We're going to have these every single topic. If you want topics, put them in the chat. We will see the chat even when we're not in here on the playback. So if you got a topic to speak about, please write it in here. We will see them. And thank you guys for tuning in to our very first episode on this show. We'll have a name for you guys very shortly. Appreciate y'all.